Welcome back to another phrasal verb victory video. Let's get started. Today, I'm going to introduce a verb that is used in many phrasal verbs, and that is fall. I'll start today with a very common phrasal verb, fall behind. After that, I'll talk about fall out. Then I'll talk about fall through. After that, I'm going to talk about fall back on. And finally, I'll talk about fall for. Up first, we have fall behind. Fall behind means to be unable to do something as quickly as others, or as quickly as you had hoped. For example, I fell behind after being off work for 2 weeks when I got COVID. Now, this means because I wasn't able to work, I couldn't finish the work as quickly as I had hoped. Or this example, imagine you're hiking with somebody. You might say, I want to reach the top of the mountain in 2 hours. Don't fall behind. This means don't be slow. Go at the same speed as me. Moving on, fall out. Fall out means to stop communicating with someone because something bad happened. Maybe you got in an argument, for example. For example, Joe and Kai fell out because Joe told everyone Kai's secret. Now, this means that Kai was angry with Joe, so they stopped communicating. If you talk about a reason using fall out, we sometimes say fall out over. For example, what did they fall out over? This means why did they stop communicating? I heard they fell out over money. This means they stopped communicating because of a money problem. I'd like to mention one other way to use fall out, and actually it isn't a phrasal verb. It's the expression to have a falling out. Okay, now falling out here is a noun, okay? But it has the same meaning. It means to stop communicating because of some kind of problem. For example, why don't you speak to Akira anymore? We had a falling out. This means that something happened that caused us to stop communicating. Next, we have fall through. We use fall through to talk about something that we planned, but unexpectedly and often suddenly, it did not happen. For example, I was hoping to go to Tokyo this year, but my plans fell through. This means, for some reason, I could not go to Tokyo. Or look at this example. Imagine you're working on a project at work. You might say, we're going to lose a lot of money if this project falls through. This means that we're going to lose money if we can't complete the project. Moving on to fall back on. Fall back on means to do or use something to help you out in a bad situation. This is very much like a backup plan. For example, even though he lost his job, he still has savings in the bank to fall back on. Now, this means even though he has no salary, he's not making any money, he can survive from his savings. That's his backup plan. Or this example, if I don't succeed as an actor, I can always fall back on my teaching degree. Now, if I have a teaching degree, this means that I studied to be a teacher at university. So that is plan B. That is my backup plan. So I can fall back on my teaching degree. And lastly, fall for. Fall for means to be fooled by somebody. This is used when somebody lies to you or tries to trick you, and you believe them. For example, if you get junk mail saying you've won the lottery, don't fall for it. This means don't believe it. It's a trick. Here's another example. Imagine you're planning a surprise birthday party for your mother. You might say, I told mom just the two of us were meeting for lunch, and she fell for it. This means that I lied to her, but she believed it. Well, I'll wrap up today's video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing. If you know somebody who would find it useful, please recommend the video. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.